Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Spanish Grand Prix, where tyre wear is always a bit of an issue. Tyre temps are always a bit of an issue, and we tend to go for some pretty funky pit stop strategies. Looking forward to seeing how all of that goes. Hopefully you guys are good and are enjoying the series so far. We're having a very good season at the moment, and really enjoying the challenge of being a team that can compete for race victories. And you know, we're having to be on it with the strategy, and we certainly were last time out when we got at the Monaco Grand Prix. There was a late safety car. We managed to get the car of Esteban Ocon in, and really did manage to make the most of that. So I was really pleased to come out with second and fourth in Monaco. And well, Ocon, you know, is leading the charge. This is why we brought him in. He's an A-list driver now. You know, he's absolutely fabulous. He's doing exactly what we want him to do. He's got high morale. He's earning 16 million a year, and he is worth every penny at the moment. He's won 2 Grand Prix this season already, and is, you know, managing to do a great thing. It says F1 race wins 4. I think one of those is the sprint race win, I'm assuming. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how he gets on. I don't think he's going to win the championship this year. I think that's very clear for anybody to see, if I'm entirely honest. But hopefully, you know, he can go out there and do a decent job and finish second in the championship this year. That would be absolutely awesome. In terms of drivers out there, you know, Lewis Hamilton is still going. I think Fernando Alonso is still there as well. But Hamilton is not interested anymore. I think he is retiring. So there'll be no more Lewis Hamilton after this season. In terms of Magnussen, is he retiring? No, he just doesn't like the team. Fernando Alonso, he's still going, still willing to sign a contract, try and get number 3, but I think his career is essentially over now, which is such a shame because he had such a good season in 2024, but yeah, was unable to get a seat for 2025. And yeah, interesting to see how people are getting on. Somebody asked me the other day, how is Logan Sargent getting on? He's still going. I don't think he'll get another F1 drive though, if I'm completely honest. He certainly won't get one with us. And well, one thing I did want to perhaps do is get Sophia Flörsch in for the reserve role next season, in place of Ayumu Iwasa. So that's something I might set up now. Certainly not in car 1. That nearly was a right old disaster. So let's see if she'll accept this. Doesn't want 2 seasons. That's fine. Let's go for 4 seasons then. Let's see if he'll enjoy that one. Oh no, doesn't want that. What about 1 season? Will she take 1 season? No. I'm confused. 3 then? Does she just not want the drive? This is our last chance. Yeah, she just does not want to drive for us. But we can keep offering contracts, which is quite nice. Maybe if we offer her a bit more salary, she'll be interested. Let's go for 5 seasons. Hey, there you go. So she does want that. She's happy with the money. 5-season contract. She's never going to drive in the car, but I think it would be very cool to have her, you know, driving for the team next season in the reserve driver role. I think Iwasa has done an awesome job, but I think it's time now for Iwasa to go on and find his own drive going into next year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Sophia can do. She'll be coming in from next season, and we'll be able to have a look at her in practice sessions and all of that, which is really cool. So there you go. There she is. She's only 59 rated, but for a reserve driver role, you know, they don't really do anything in this game. It would be great if they did, but yeah. Right, anyway, the short-term investment in our staff and design centre appears to have run its course. We're back to our usual project capacity. Thank you again for approving the budget on this one. Okay, so do just need to have a little look. Yeah, we can still get those done. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, we'll take a couple off that. That's fine. Add a couple to that. That's all good. And that should work out quite nicely for us. So the team hub now upgraded. Awesome. And here we go. Right, Sonoda wants to skip that. That's absolutely fine. I think you've more than earned it. Right then, into the race we go. And I think it will be quite tricky for us. Let's just go back into the car parts development. Yeah, it looks like we're all good here. It'll just be we can't do new projects from there. Yeah. Oh, we could do with some more of them, couldn't we? Let's get a couple more of them done. Didn't realise we only had 2 left. 3 side pods, 5 rear wings, 4 front wings. Yeah, all of that's looking good. Right, let's get ourselves into this Spanish Grand Prix weekend.
Thank you for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya is familiar to every driver, with F1 and Junior Series often racing and testing here. It's a proving ground for aerodynamics, so many new car parts are brought to Barcelona to see how they can handle the track. Barcelona is a tricky circuit to balance. The technical corners demand high downforce, but that means adding stress to tyres and potentially limiting race strategies if teams go too far. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Okay then, let's get ourselves into this race weekend. I'll see you guys for qualifying 1. Well, what can I say? Yuki Tsunoda on 100% setup satisfaction against 96% for Esteban Ocon. They're both going in with a high amount of confidence this weekend. Really looking forward to seeing how they get on. Should be a cracking qualifying session. Let's put it that way.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
Karun, there's Yuki Tsunoda. How would you describe things for him at the moment?
There's a huge gulf in quality between them and their teammate right now. There's no way that they're not feeling the pressure of that.
So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride.
Okay then, let's have a think about what we're going to do in qualifying. Obviously need to get the proper engines back in. We will need to take new engines, but I'm trying to take those measures earlier in the season for looking after them, so that we don't have to hopefully worry about breaking the cost cap at the end of the season. Because, you know, we are going to have to do a hell of a lot of research going into next year. I don't think there's any 2 ways about that. We've got to we got to invest heavily. There's going to be big regulation changes, and almost, you know, we got to think this year we're not going to win the championship. So it's about trying to strike the balance. We're probably going to finish top 4 with the results that we've already had. So let's just take our foot off the gas a little bit this season. Perhaps throw a bit of money behind the research for next season, and we can see where we end up. But once again, we're going to send them out there very early in the session. It's been working very nicely so far this season, and as long as you don't get too much traffic, it's certainly not a bad thing to get your time in there. And Yuki Tsunoda certainly looking the quicker of the two drivers at the moment. I think Ocon got a bit affected by Zane Maloney, and it's a 12.2 for Tsunoda, and 12.6 for Esteban Ocon. So we're gonna send them straight back out there, both of them. And we'll see what they can produce on their second flying lap. We're currently 3rd and 6th. Obviously the 2 Red Bulls and 2 Ferraris haven't been round yet. Ocon does improve slightly, but not by enough. Again, a little bit of traffic there. So for the first time in a long time, I think we're going to have to send Ocon out for a second time on scrub tyre, on brand new tyres. I'm going to actually do it now so he can hopefully get it done. There you go, Ocon comes round now and, well, does improve. Maybe not by enough though. End of the session. 6th and 8th at the moment. Luckily Kevin Magnussen well out of qualifying. And there we go, Max Verstappen quickest in the end. But going out in Q1, De Vries, Schumacher, Ricciardo, Maloney and Kevin Magnussen. Right, we're going to try and use those scrub tyres start of this Q2 session.
Okay, should be green now.
Yeah, we'll let them out there. And again, hoping for no traffic. Ocon slightly quicker than his teammate. Let's hop on board with him as he flies around this final corner. And Tsunoda heads up to the line to 12.3, and it's a 12.0 for Ocon. That's by far his best time so far. And it should probably be enough to get him into the top 10 shootout. Tsunoda, meanwhile, might not have enough at this stage. Verstappen and Leclerc are quicker. Well, I think Ocon is through, honestly. I do think that. And I might risk Tsunoda. Perez has gone quicker. Russell's going to go quicker. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. There are guys that can knock Tsunoda out, but we need to save him some tyres for Q3 and the race. Checkered flag is flown, and yep, it's only Bottas and Albon that could get through. Albon is out. Well, there you go. So going out in Q2, Gasly, Porsche, Norris, Bottas, and Alexander Albon. Quite unbelievable. Oscar Piastri having a wonderful season, isn't he? Really is. Doing a top job for Alpine. So let's go for Ocon first this time.
2, 1.
And then Tsunoda. And we will watch the final lap of this qualifying session. As Ocon going quicker than his teammate for now. Now, is he going to catch up to Zhou Guanyu by the end of the lap? He comes over the line, Ocon, and it's a 12.1. And Tsunoda, oh, it's a 12.9. What's he up to? Wow, that was a long, long way off for
Okay, P4.
Sonoda. We might be able to
That's a good luck, mate.
just send him straight back out there.
Copy.
There's Ocon. Think about putting him on brand new tyres. Sonoda comes through and,
P7.
well, at least up to
So
P7, but it's P4 for Ocon right now. Brand new tyres. Okay, gonna leave it till the last minute. Pretty much here. Oh dear, didn't want it to be quite that close together. I think because they're having to get out of the way of other cars, it should be okay. But here we go then, Yuki Tsunoda. Let's watch his flying lap, final flying lap of qualifying. He's got a Ferrari to negotiate fairly quickly here.
Okay, checker flag.
Green for sector 4, Tsunoda, green for Ocon as well. Yeah, Ocon through nicely there. Green middle sector for Tsunoda, yellow for Ocon. Can Tsunoda get up there near his teammate? Charles Leclerc has put it on to pole position. It's going to be Piastri over the line next. What can he do? Piastri's over the line. He goes 4th. Tsunoda, only 8th for him. Ocon over the line. And no improvement. Wow. Well, Oscar Piastri up into P4. And it's only P5 and P8 for our boys. And somehow, Yuki Tsunoda did not improve by anywhere near enough, and actually put in a slower time than his Q1 time. Annoyingly, Ocon's Q2 time would have been enough for 4th. George Russell's penalty will mean at least Esteban Ocon will be starting a little bit further ahead. But Charles Leclerc is on pole position.
The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Barcelona is a circuit with plenty of history under its belt. It was here, after all, that multiple world champion Max Verstappen secured his very first F1 victory back in 2016. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
Well, Formula One is back in Barcelona, and the teams have got their work cut out for them.
Okay, right. Let's have a little look. And, yeah, I mean, it's always tricky, isn't it, to work out what's a good strategy around here. I mean, realistically, you don't want to be attacking too much, do you? Yeah, maybe something like that. That looks pretty good for Ocon. I think, you know, I'm going to go for the crazy strategy with Tsunoda here. He doesn't have enough softs to do it. He has got 2 sets of mediums, though. And then hard tyre stint to finish off. And you can see that is actually quicker than everything else. So that's what we're going to go with Tsunoda. I'm not going to care about his tyre temps. I said I was going to do an experiment at some point. Today's the day. Alright? Today is the day. Let's see who comes out on top in this Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be a good one.
The The stage is set here in Barcelona as we get ready for 66 laps of the Spanish Grand Prix. You and I won't be the only ones keeping an eye on Oscar Piastri, Karun.
P3 is a very strong qualifying result for them, but they've got to work hard in this race to get some points here.
And the time has come. Let's go racing. This is it. It's the Spanish Grand Prix.
2 Red Bulls, 1 and 2, and it's lights out. Away we go.
Away we go.
And what a start for
They'll come to
Max
us.
Verstappen.
He's got energy.
What a start for him. And Max Verstappen heading towards turn 1. Is he going to stay in the lead? No. Leclerc comes around the outside and he is through on the soft tyres. Brilliant from him. And manages to get past his teammate very nicely there. And it's Esteban Ocon. That is up into P3. He's managed to get past Oscar Piastri at the moment. It's about 10 and 10 for soft tyres and medium tyre runners. Very interesting start to this race. Let's see where we end up with it all. Can Ocon even look after
Keep pushing.
these
keep pushing.
tyres and try and take them as far as he can in this race? In contrast to Tsunoda, who is going to be absolutely going for it. So it's Charles Leclerc that leads this race, followed by Max Verstappen in second, then Ocon is P3. Piastri fourth, then followed by George Russell in P5, then Carlos Sainz in P6. As we say, very good start for both of them. And straight away, Ocon needs to just chill his beans a little bit. And we might tell him to avoid high-risk curbs, just to look after those tyres. And meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda, he's going to be on high aggression overtakes. And basically just trying to look after the car. Piastri back through on Ocon. But it's going to be so tough, and we have got some yellow flags a little bit further back. I think it's Kevin Magnussen, who has had a torrid weekend in the Mercedes, and yeah, how the mighty have fallen. Mercedes' driver lineup very much weak now compared to what it was, but that comes from years of lack of success. And there goes Tsunoda down the inside on Lance Stroll. Very nicely done.
Yes.
Good job.
And yeah, Ocon still holding off Piastri. Well, funnily enough, Leclerc leading the way and building a gap to Max Verstappen behind. Not for the first time this season, but they're on split strategies. That'll definitely come to Max Verstappen later on. Anyway, Tsunoda having a little gander here and might be able to get Oscar Piastri if he's lucky. And he is going to try. And I think he's going to have a go around the outside of turn 1. That turns into the inside of turn 2. Outside of turn 3. Yeah, doesn't quite manage into turn 4. But Ocon is managing to stay ahead. But there goes Tsunoda down the inside. Beautiful move. And he is making moves early in this Grand Prix. And, you know, his tyres are absolutely calling for mercy here. Ocon's aren't. And who's going quicker, folks? Who is going quicker on 20% less tyres? Literally, it's Tsunoda. It is a myth, this whole thing about the tyre temps. Pushing is certainly a quicker way to go. It certainly is. Right. Anyway. I'll try to stop raging. It just winds me up sometimes, the comments constantly. Because we have tried it all in this series. 50 odd episodes, we have tried doing lots of different things, and I think we tend to find we are quicker when we're pushing all the time. Anyway, Ocon now struggling to stay in front of George Russell. Now can Tsunoda get himself moving up? I mean, he's going to come out pretty much at the back of the field, you would imagine. He's going to use ERS here and trying his best to get past. Nope, doesn't manage it. And now Tsunoda. Yeah, here we go. Oh, this has that had to be the chance. It was so close. Let's have a quick look at tyres. Yeah, Russell doing okay, but Ocon's doing the best on tyres here.
Copy.
So obviously looking after them. Let's take that off, avoid high-risk curbs.
You can use curbs. Copy.
And now Ocon should be able to go a little bit quicker for the next few laps, because he's got better tyres in better shape. So time to make that overtake stick. Can't quite make the move just yet, but you would imagine he will do on this straight. No, not yet. Tsunoda ran all the way down to 11th already. Yeah. Comes out just behind Kevin Magnussen. It should be a fairly straightforward overtake. Needs to make it soon. And does very quickly. Very nicely done. Okay, let's keep pushing with Tsunoda then. Yes, Ocon not managing to get past here. It's just telling him to avoid high-risk curbs, drop off the back of Russell a little bit. Puts Perez up in P5 at the moment, as Tsunoda now makes another move on Zane Maloney. And this has got to be the one. No. Right, I think we're going to have to tell him to be high on the aggression here. There's Piastri locked up. And here we go with Ocon. This time does go down the inside. Perfectly done. Right. Now I'm going to be aggressive. But once again, Russell staying in front. Okay, here we go then. Coming into the pits this lap, going on to the hard tyres. So let's see what he can manage. Here comes Ocon into the pits.
Copy.
Perez joins him. And here comes Tsunoda around the final corner. Very nice pit stop.
Pit exit clear.
We can see how far ahead Tsunoda already is. But needs to make his way through the traffic. Might have a chance on the Haas car here. Goes down the inside of Mick Schumacher. Perfectly done. And now has Daniel Ricciardo for company next. And Nick de Vries. And yep, down the inside of the Honey Badger. And now Nick de Vries is next. As Nick de Vries came into the pit lane. And Tsunoda now on his merry way. Ocon meanwhile behind Perez all of a sudden. But has got ahead of Russell with the undercut. And Perez is on the medium tyres. Russell's gone on to softs again. So it's very different strategies out there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Russell's overtaken Ocon. We knew that would happen. Now Tsunoda needs to catch and pass Théo Pourchaire. He will pass him this lap. Yep, DRS easily done. Very nice. Right. And just reduces pushing for a little bit just to save the tyres a little, get the temps back under control. But Tsunoda currently up to P6. As Lando Norris pits now, it's time for Tsunoda to push once again. No, he's coming into the pits fairly soon. Currently P9. Pourchaire in. P80 now heads up to. And Tsunoda still closing in on the top 4 as Pierre Gasly pits. Tsunoda well out ahead of him. Now onto the interval. George Russell is currently the guy. It's closing in fast on Tsunoda. Stroll's just got past Ocon. He's going to be another one that's interesting to watch. Another set of soft tyres for medium tyres, sorry, for Yuki at the end of this lap. So Max Verstappen is in for his first pit stop. Here comes Tsunoda for his second pit stop of the day. And let's see where he ends up. It's another good pit stop. And he is away just behind Norris and Joe. It's a pity because that would have been a real nice place to come out in front of. Well, I think this is gonna be the chance, isn't it? For Yuki Tsunoda, ERS. Yeah, he is through. Oh, who's that? That's Carlos Sainz. Goodness me, I thought that was somebody retiring from the race. But no, Tsunoda's just right behind Carlos Sainz now, who's come out on soft tyres. But they're cold soft tyres at the moment. This is going to be Tsunoda's chance if he ever gets one. Yeah. And this is going to be the DRS Open, and he is through. Beautifully done by Yuki. Up to P12. Ocon currently P7. Looking after those tyres quite nicely. It's going to be lap 48 before he comes in. Tsunoda will have already been and gone on his final stop by that point. And there goes Tsunoda past Lando Norris. That's a big move for him. Because now, hopefully, Norris is going to be in the way of Carlos Sainz. So, currently, Charles Leclerc leading the way, 11 seconds ahead of George Russell in second. Max Verstappen is in third. Perez fourth. Then Gasly, then Stroll, and Ocon is P7. Yeah, very interesting at the moment how it's all playing out. And Tsunoda's going to end up catching Piastri and Bottas here. And yeah, that's a beautiful move on Piastri. Wants to get past Bottas. Pretty sharpish. And has done. That's awesome. Very good. Up to 9th now with Tsunoda. And actually only 6 seconds behind his teammate. He should catch and pass his teammate by the end of the stint, I would think. Albon next. And what sort of times is Tsunoda putting in? A 17.2 at the moment. He is quick. He is quick. And goes round the outside of Alex Albon. Well done. Very nicely done. Okay, 3 seconds behind Esteban. He's just minding his own business in this race. A very different strategy to that of his teammates. Yeah, I mean, we'll try and let it happen organically, and it does happen. Nicely there from Tsunoda. And hopefully he can drag Ocon along a little bit and pull him closer to Lance Stroll. And that was Piastri locking up there as the pit window enters for Tsunoda. Now more than 1 second ahead of Ocon. And now they're kind of on equal paths because they both need to stop one more time. So it's showing that the way Tsunoda's approaching this race is quicker than the way Ocon is approaching this race. And here we go, optimum pit lap for Tsunoda.
Boxing this lap. Yeah, copy.
Push him as hard as we can. And that's actually his personal best middle sector.
Okay, happy to manage tyres short term.
So here he comes then. Sonoda into the pits.
The entry.
Okay, copy that.
And let's see where he ends up. I mean, the Red Bulls absolutely dominating this Grand Prix. It's quite scary, actually. 28 seconds ahead of anybody else. So Sonoda in. He's away. Come on.
Be close on exit.
Yeah, he's basically behind all the cars he was before, but this time he has got the freshest tyres of anybody. So let's see where we end up with all of this. Ocon needs to push as hard as he can this next lap because he will be coming in this time and going on to the medium tyres. And that'll give him a nice little advantage towards the end.
Contact at turn 1.
Yeah.
Debris on track.
Well, Ocon in, and there was a crash, and I think it might be... Is it the Red Bulls? No, it wasn't. It's Schumacher and Maloney, I think.
And, oh, that's obviously far from intentional, but there was contact.
Well, surely they're out, are they? No? Amazingly not. Yes, here comes Esteban Ocon. Yeah, not the quickest pit stop either for Ocon. He's away in 12th place. Now then, Sonoda. Can he get past Sainz? Can he get past Piastri? I think Sainz's tyres are definitely dead. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, Piastri's are dead as well. And here we go then. He makes the move and he is through. Yeah, Ocon's made his pit stop now. So Sonoda up to P8 and now trying to close in a bit on Lance Stroll. Meanwhile, Esteban Ocon still trying to close in on Alex Albon here. And might struggle with that. Come the end of the race, we have got about 17 laps to go. The obvious problem here is for the likes of Norris. And you would even say maybe even Stroll, possibly Russell and Leclerc and Verstappen in terms of tyre wear. That's going to be their big issue. More yellow flags. So, Porsche running wide that time. I think Ocon's going to make it past Alex Albon fairly soon. Let's have a look. DRS open. And he is through. Nicely through. Meanwhile, Sonoda right behind now the likes of Norris and Stroll. He's trying round the outside. That would have been a good move, and he does try round the outside again, and he is through. Sonoda back up into 7th place now. And realistically, he's going to finish 6th here. I don't know if he'll catch Sergio Perez come the end. There's his tyres looking virtually the same. as Sonoda's. But there goes Sonoda. He's through, up into 6th now. And hopefully able to push on. I mean, he is taking seconds out, but
to keep the tyres cool.
Copy.
yeah, I've gone through on Norris now as well. You don't need to keep pushing. Ocon's tyres look okay. So 6th and 8th as it stands. It's Max Verstappen leading the way ahead of Charles Leclerc in 2nd. I think Leclerc is surely going to have him come the end here. It's going to be a pretty exciting finish, I think. Right, this has got to be the chance for Ocon.
Use energy.
Yeah. 5 laps to go.
Can Ocon get round the outside of Stroll? He's trying it. And he's succeeded. Brilliant move from Esteban. Yeah, now we're up into 6th position with Tsunoda, 7th position with Ocon. And there goes Esteban Ocon through. I don't think there's any fighting that battle, although he's coming back at him. Amazingly, almost managed to stay in front. Back in front now. There goes Ocon again. It's very nice, clean racing between the two of them. Very respectful. Tsunoda's got the DRS though, and he's back through, but Ocon managing to do it at the moment. And to be fair, Ocon is closing in on the other guys, but Tsunoda back through. And they're still side by side here. And they're going to go on to the final lap. Almost glued to each other here. Right, Ocon is going to give it everything. Everybody is going to give it everything. Here we go for the final lap of this Spanish Grand Prix. Max Verstappen leads. Leclerc is 2nd. Then you have got
reduce lift and coast.
Gasly in P3 for Alpine. What a result that would be for them.
Use energy.
But again, that 2-stop strategy working out well for Gasly. Perez is currently 4th for Mercedes. Big result for them. 5th for George Russell. Tsunoda is catching George Russell. Might not catch him by the end of the Grand Prix, but it's going to be less than a second, I think. Verstappen wins ahead of Leclerc.
Verstappen over the finish line, and today's
Gasly's coming round now.
Pack's on the low side now.
They're at the peak now.
Just don't think Tsunoda can do it
Energy bottom of the pack.
unless Russell's tyres go, which I don't think they will. It's going to be 6th and 7th today. The 3-stopping Yuki Tsunoda, though, does finish ahead of his teammate Ocon in 7th. And, well, you've got to say, pushing hard today was a quicker way to do it. And if we'd maybe done that with Ocon, maybe he could have been, well, I think he would have been. He'd have at least been fourth, if not third.
Yeah, great job, guys. Great teamwork this weekend. Good point.
Well done, that was a tough day.
But there you go. Another strong team performance. I have to say, I think I was expecting a little bit better from the team, but you know, we are going to start to struggle in terms of development. We know that.
It's safe to say they exceeded all expectations. A finish in the points, and my goodness, it is very well deserved.
Oh, that's a wonderful scene. The team getting their first chance to congratulate their driver on a job well done. Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
6 wins now in this season, they're not flagging. A mighty impressive victory.
And by the looks of things here in Barcelona, the party's only just beginning. Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race. But how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
It was a really strong outcome for them today, with both drivers performing well, capping off a good weekend.
And with that, our time in Barcelona is done.
For the next round, the teams are travelling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
Well, one of my favourite tracks of the season in Montreal next time out. Max Verstappen wins the Spanish Grand Prix ahead of Charles Leclerc in second. Pierre Gasly finishes third ahead of Perez and Russell fourth and fifth. Tsunoda finishes ahead of Ocon for the first time in sixth. Ocon finishes seventh and Stroll in eighth, Albon ninth and Carlos Sainz in 10th. Into the Drivers' Championship then, Max Verstappen opens up a 54-point lead now. It was a pretty harrowing victory in terms of the number of points Verstappen pulled out, but with his 6th victory of the season, he is sailing towards a 5th Drivers' World title. And, you know, we are up against it. Charles Leclerc is up in 3rd, still hasn't won against his teammate Max Verstappen yet, which is crazy. George Russell is in 4th ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in 5th. Then Perez is currently 6th. He's having a good season for Mercedes. Sainz 7th, Stroll in 8th, and Norris in the top 10 with Pierre Gasly. Williams still in 2nd place. We are 92 points behind Red Bull in contention for the victory. We know we're not going to get that. We have to just keep an eye on Ferrari, really, to try and hold on to a top 3 slot. 1-2 once again in the Teams Pit Stop Championship. Very happy with that. Into 300-point territory now. And hopefully we can keep that going as we head into the second portion of the season. $4 million in profit made from that Grand Prix. Okay, 2024 research complete for the chassis, and that's going to really help us going ahead into next season. So that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed that, then give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.